Welcome to clickmyproject.com. Let me discuss about task scheduling in cloud using hierarchical genetic algorithm. Here, if the cloud computing performed the process successfully means it focused scheduling the client request task. At first, the cloud resource broker received the client request. It performed the scheduling. Here it scheduled the client request. These things are happen on the cloud center side. In that, we implement the hierarchical genetic algorithm. In hierarchical genetic algorithm, we consider both the requester size and the request time also, which helps to achieve accurate scheduling here. In data flow, the user send the request to the cloud broker. After receive the request, the cloud broker forward the request to the cloud. Here the cloud has so much of CSP, which is cloud service provider. After receiving the client service, it forward the client request to the scheduler. The scheduler scheduling the task, received task. The priority client task has to be executed at first. After that, the requested data has to be sent to the appropriate user. Let me start the execution of the program. First, we have to run the cloud. In that, we just click the ready button. Here the resource will be started. Afterwards, we have to run the data owner. In that, the data owner has to click the ready button. It also be so started. After that, you choose the file, any one of the file which is uploaded into the cloud. Here the data owner has to be sent any one of the file, and then it's sent to the resource. Here the request will be received in the cloud side, and then you click the validate button. It shows the resource available for data storage, and then it shows the valid. Now resource status is valid. After that, the data owner waiting for the client request. Here click this client request. The data owner waiting for the client request. It shows the message, and then here you have to run the user. The user one, you just give the user name, and then the client port number, and the destination port number, and the requested file which is uploaded in the data owner side. So we have to see the files. In the available files, we just see what are the available files in data owner. After that, we choose any one of the file here. Here we select any one of the file. After we filling this form, and then send the request send. In data owner side, the request will be received here. After that, we run the next client, and the next client we just similarly giving the same username and the port number and the destination port. After that, the requested file, and then send the request to the data owner. In the data owner, it receives the request. After the data owner receives the request, is just forward the request to the scheduler. The request sent to the scheduler. From the scheduler side, we just receive the request. After that, we just scheduling. Here the normal schedule has to be done here, and then run the scheduler 3. Here we just click the schedule button. The client task are scheduled in a proper way. After that, we just clicking the task priority. Before that, we run the resource allocation. From the resource allocate side, we just click the accept client button. Here it shows the message box like resource has to be started. From the scheduler side, we just click the task priority. Here it shows the username get fast priority to access the resource. After that, the request has to be sent to the task allocator. The task allocator received the request. He just fetch the data. The appropriate data has to be fetched here. After that, we just click the forward data. The request has to be sent to the appropriate user. From the user side, we just receive the data. The request has to be received here. We just store the file like giving any name like the data has to be stored. Here it shows a message like downloaded data has to be stored. The same way the second process has to be done here. In that the second client has to be received here. After that we going to validate the data ID. The data ID has to be valid, and then the fetch data. Here we going to fetch the appropriate data. After that we just click the forward data, the request sent to the appropriate user like Jack. From the user side we just click the receive data button. Here the request has to be received here. After that we just giving the name for the data, and then the store data. Here it shows the message box like downloaded data has to be stored. Here it consider both the requested size and the request received time also. Here we implement the hierarchical genetic algorithms, so in order to perform the accurate scheduling in the cloud side. Thank you.